That's a bad boy. Is you mad, boy? Bitch, that's a bad boy. Get a bag, boy, bitch, that's a bad boy. Is you mad, boy? Bitch, that's a bad boy. Get a bag, boy, bitch. That's a bad boy. Is you mad, boy? Bitch. Get a bag, boy, bitch. That's a bad boy. Is you mad, boy? Bitch, that's a bad boy. Get a bag, boy, bitch. That's a bad boy. Is you mad, boy? Bitch, that's a bad boy. Get a bag, boy, bitch.
What's up? What's up? We are back again, talking about episode 2 of Bad Boys LA. What's up, Charlie?
What's up? What's up, bro? What's
Not
up, you guys? We got a lot to unpack tonight. Woo.
Yeah, we're not just talking about Bad Boys 2. We're also talking about Joseline's Cabaret. They released both of them at the same time, which I was glad because I was waiting all day for both of them to drop.
Same. I actually forgot almost about Joseline's Cabaret because I was getting so invested in Bad Boys Club already that I was like, oh yeah, Joseline's Cabaret is still going. It's the finale.
I was refreshing the Zeus page, the Zeus app, every couple of minutes.
That's funny you said that because I was on Instagram going through on Zeus and seeing if they aired any because usually a couple hours before they have the episodes for stream, they drop a couple little minute clips, and I just refreshed it, went back, and it was 15 minutes. It's starts now. And I know last week they played Joseline's Cabaret around 5, so we got both of them today around 5:36. So they aired them both early today. I was happy with that.
I wonder if they're doing it to see which one gets more views, if they can track that. If more people decided to watch Bad Boys first, or if more people decided to watch Joseline.
I never thought of that. That's funny you said that too, because when I asked you, I was when I messaged you, I was like, yeah, they just dropped both of them. I was curious to see which one you would watch first.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Joseline's first because that's just, I'm used to that. I figured it earlier.
Yeah, I did too. Getting into episode 2, it just started right off where last week's ended with Milan turning around and threw his drink at Relly, and then they started fighting. How do you feel about the way Milan's moving? What did you think about that?
Yeah, no, like I said last week, I do like him on the show. I mean, you know what I mean, but he does kind of seem like he's now doing what he's accusing Relly of doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he's turned it to the enemy because he was trying to do too much, kind of thing.
I definitely feel like he was doing too much. That's for sure.
I feel like they're making it even. Maybe it's because I also rewatched the first episode, so I caught a lot of different things. But they're making it seem like it's really like Anthony versus Milan as the two. I mean, other than the fighting in about the room, when they were talking to Relly in the van, both of them came up. They're both talking to Natalie. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? They both feel like the ones recapping the situation, kind of when they talk.
He's taking on that role, like you said, Captain Save a Gay, or
that exactly.
Sounds like he's just really, I don't know, just pushing that character in the show that he's a good guy and a defender, a protector, and it just came out of nowhere. And I feel like they're, like I said last week, they're all fighting for this camera time, and it's only the first day. They have so much filming to do, so much time to shine, and they're just really pushing it this camera time. That's in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems like one day was these 2 episodes worth was just one day of stuff that happened. How many episodes are we gonna get? Because I feel like they spent a lot of time on this day.
That too, and I was I overanalyzed the trailers and stuff, and I feel like we've gotten all the fights in the trailers for the most part, except for a few already. So
Jonathan hasn't even come yet, so
yeah. That's I was gonna say, who is he fighting in the room when he
Rio
say, "Yeah, this is my room," and
is talking to Milan about Milan's room,
yeah, it
but
was Milan. Okay,
Rio is the one that I think Rio attacked him first, right? Like he's the one that runs up.
I have to watch it back, but I'm pretty sure. I think so. Yeah. So I guess he's the replacement.
Yeah, they're both replacements.
Oh, there's two. Oh yes, because there's 12. Like in the.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if someone. I really thought someone was gonna end up leaving this episode, and then that's when they were gonna introduce Jonathan next episode. But I feel like he's gonna be in the middle of the season somewhere, and they're just like, I don't know why they included him in the clip or in the little
Yeah.
trailer at the beginning because they're making this. He
Right.
should have made an appearance by now, at least in the next time. I don't think he's gonna be in the next week's episode.
I don't think so either. At least next episode from the trailer, the season's finally starting, and they're going out to clubs, and they're and what I peeped was that fight. I looked like a bowling alley, but I can't tell really exactly where they're at. But it's this fight, and I watched it back so many times, and one of the faces are blurred out completely, so it's got to be a random person, and the other person, it was light skinned and had a bunch of tattoos, and he was getting thrown to the ground. I can't really tell who that is. Like, I don't
They
know.
blurred
Who's
Lemmy. It might have
What's
been
that?
a producer. It might have been a producer. They blurred Lemmy and one of
I
the.
think it, yeah. Someone's getting slammed next week, and
I'm not saying
I
that it's.
could.
I'm trying to say like, why would he like he shows his face? Well, I guess they showed it in another episode, but why did they blur it in this episode? That was
It
him talking.
is. I
Right?
can't tell who's in that fight at all next week, or uh, who Moolah was talking about. I don't know. Just go back right back into that. With that fight with Relly and Milan. Just so much this episode was revolved around like Moolah and Curtis, Team Straight. It's just
No,
I can't take
no,
it. Like,
yeah, they definitely.
bro,
Yeah, but he was wrong for what he said for sure, definitely. Like talking about like, oh, are you over there? Or are you standing over here? Like, you know what I'm saying? That was definitely like he was taking it too far. But I feel like they were kind of trying to, get under his skin, like some of the stuff they were saying in the bus. Because even Gutta was talking about like, oh, nobody wants you, blah blah blah. But Milan, they asked Milan, who would you hook up with in the house, and he said Mullah. So all of a
yeah.
sudden, this is still that first day. So he's still like in defense mode, I guess, about that because he knows what kind of show it is. He doesn't want to start that.
But even like Gutta was saying, like he's he's not coming after anybody else. It's just Kyrion, right? I keep getting names up with Curtis and Kyrion, right? I feel like am I saying it wrong? Am I pronouncing his name wrong?
Carry on.
Kirk Franklin's son.
Yeah,
Kyrion.
yeah. Carry
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mulat's not going after anybody else, or I guess because they're out about who they are, but it's just like
Yeah, there's two ways
so
I'm
many
looking at it.
lines he's
You know what I'm saying?
crossing.
Like it would be really gay for Mullah to say like, oh, he's being fake. But that's really what he meant by he's being sneaky. He's being fake. That's the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
on Bad Girls Club, if they could tell they were doing something that was fake, like they would just be like, "Oh, she's fake," because it could be anything, and it just happened to be this on here.
And Natalie was hella, to me, almost co-signing with Mulat and Curtis and like trying to defend like it's okay to ask questions. It is okay to ask questions, but it's the third or fourth time he's asked this question to him. And it was just the way he went about it. It wasn't just like, hey, are you gay? Are you straight? Like, it was so much like, well, if you are, then you can't hang with us. You can't be around us. Like, you need to stand on that side. Like, you've seen the Bad Girls Club. You know what you signed up for. And you're really going to take it like, well,
Yeah,
if
but
you're gay, then you can't hang with us. You can't
they
be with
click up
us. Like,
in Bad
it's
Girls
two
Club too.
separate shows.
They click up in Bad Girls Club too.
yeah, definitely click up, but it just the way he was coming off about it, like just the way he came off, the way he was
Here's another
saying it.
here's another example. When in the first episode, when they were picking out the rooms, obviously Moolah and Curtis were in a room together, right?
Yeah,
He was literally like, "Hey, I'm trying to get comfortable. Like, you just moved into a house, you want to get to know your roommate, right?" That's all he meant. But then Anthony decided to make it like, "Oh no, you need to get comfortable because there's a whole bunch of other gay guys here. You're the one that needs to get comfortable." And you know what I'm saying? He didn't even mean it
yeah,
like
sure. I
he,
was agreeing with Anthony though. I don't Anthony. I guess he's one of my least favorite on the season, but I was agreeing with he was saying like, what does he get comfortable? Because to me, it's just like I
but
don't know. A lot of fans are saying he's like going the down low or he's overcompensating for something. Like everyone has their little theories and or whatever to say, but he's just doing too much for me when it comes to this team straight shit.
he wants. So how come if Shamrock, that was a thing. That was only two people. They
Yeah,
just make Shamrock of the house. It's just them two against the house, kind of like how you know what I'm saying? Like because
yeah, sure.
how come they're not looking at it like that? Because that's how I feel. Like that's all he was trying to do. He just wanted to get to know his roommate, and then maybe instead of just being two people, it could have been three. And he was thinking about adding Carrie onto that, which
Yeah,
they're
for sure.
gonna want to do different stuff. Like I feel like he's not gonna ask. He's not about to ask William if he wants to go to like a strip club with them because they're gonna go to a
Right.
different strip club. Like little stuff like that. That's I feel like I understand why he was asking, and yeah, it definitely came out wrong. I'm not trying to defend anyone either way. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm just
They're
saying.
making some good points. Making good points. I
And
can
then
see
so
that.
and I'm like, there are pettier things that they have. So I'm trying to figure out like out of all the bad girl seasons, like why are there reasons that they decided to not hang out with each other. It was a whole big thing. Like I feel like in season 5, it was kind of like the rich girls were hanging out with each other. Kind of,
Yeah, especially in the earlier seasons.
it's something different every time. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
it's it's a lot. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's a lot to unpack in this episode. Even though it's still the first damn day slash night, but who went right from that to and then the next one, Moolah, punching Karen in the face and a couple times, and it got broken up really quick. But you seen his mouth fucked up and everything. That came. He said his reason was because he was getting loud with him. What?
I did watch it twice, and I didn't catch that like either time. They were all kind of
I
talking.
will tell you right now.
Yeah, that was kind of like random to fight over that.
That's another reason I'm just saying like what is his real deal? Like he's got some real issues with him.
I think Natalie is trying real hard to market this show as something that other straight guys could be on. So she's really
Yeah,
desperate for them to stay on. You know what I mean? So that's why
that
she
makes
was
perfect sense.
yeah, that's why she was kind of like defending them. I don't know, but I might be wrong. But yeah,
Yeah,
by
I think you
the way,
have good points.
definitely go to the link below if you want to join and share your thoughts. But wait, what were you about to say?
Oh no, I was actually going to ask about that. Like, everything's on that people can like comment or whatever. I didn't know if that was something that I had to do at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, no, I had it scrolling at the bottom the entire time.
Okay, yeah, I can see it going through. Well, so that fight happened, that third fight, and
That's really why. Because why would Gutta be crying? He was crying because Carry On got hit in the face. I feel like that's why he was getting all mad. Their whole thing is so obvious. Like I feel like they knew each other before the show, or if they didn't know each other, they knew each other. You know, in that downtime between production, like
yeah,
when they fly in, they always talk about yeah, they have to stay in the hotel first before we move in. Something must have happened. because
Definitely how they were in the room with each other.
and
It's
so
just like y'all just met, or no. I got those vibes.
and
Oh,
I feel like it does make Carry On look kind of fake because you're definitely obviously, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
not women.
but he should, in his way, be able to come out with it on his own. And I feel like it was being kind of forced out with Mullah asking him that for the third time, and maybe he's not ready. But at the same time, he's been dropping like little hints everywhere, even in his interviews. So it's just like I think I'd know his sexuality, whatever. Maybe I think he's bi, whatever have you, but he hasn't really came out or straight said it. Even still, even when the confrontation was happening with him and Mullah before he hit him, said, "Well, you see where I'm standing. Like
Was
I'm in the middle."
that quite questionable? That's what he said.
Yeah,
And it's like that's already the answer right there. I don't know why you know what I'm saying. Mullah knows the answer. First of
he
all,
does.
he
He knew
he
the
is,
answer for you. That's the third time.
but at the same time, that's that whole like that's like the straight guy version of you're a fake ass bitch kind of thing.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
I feel like that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, for sure. I see that. It's just so much like to try to keep up with the fights, and there's so many. I think it's like 11 or 12 fights in this first day. And that's another thing too. When I was looking at it, is it all like the first day, or has it been 2 days? Because what I can kind of remember, after they had their promo out in the desert or wherever they were, it was
Um,
like the middle of the afternoon. And then when they had the photo shoot at another location, it was almost kind of like nighttime. And then Andrew to like, yeah, because I remember when Relly and Milan was chasing after Andrew, trying to like jumping over gates and fences. It was like kind of dark, and then he left, and then was at the airport, and Zeus tracked him down. Then they got that whole video of him, and then they were, and then finally on the bus to the house, and then out. It was just like, was that all the same day? Or was that like a second day? Like from them getting on the bus to the house, I feel like that was a second day. I feel like a whole day's passed. I feel like after the photo shoot, they all went back to hotels or something. I think. Uh,
you're right. I didn't catch that, but
yeah,
that,
it was dark.
so it's been 2 days. But still, the majority of the show is them.
Yeah, yeah. Even so, yeah, still.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of. I wonder how much time has passed between this episode and next episode because you know Zeus has their downtime where they don't
Yeah,
film.
especially Joseline's Cabaret. I found that out. Like downtime, they go sometimes like 2 days without even filming. Like they just do whatever.
That's why I did hear Baddies season 2 is gonna have a confessional, so I guess they can record stuff while Zeus is on downtime.
I wonder if they're going to do like Baddie season 2. Like, is it going to be like bad like the first season with just really bad girls, club girls, or is it going to be split? Just like whether it's well known social media or other reality shows, it's going to be like half people from Bad Girls Club and half just other girls. Or they're going to go the same route as season one. I love Bad Girls Club, and there's so many other reality shows with all these girls. Like, I feel like they should keep it in the Bad Girls Club knit, even though
And
Sydney was the only one.
watching episode 1 back earlier, I realized I feel like Dylan. I feel like he just binge watched because he's kind of young. I don't think he remembers back.
22.
So I feel like he binge watched like the best BGC moments because he was kind of quoting a lot of different moments.
Yeah, he was.
He needs to get off the show. Like I feel like he's being fake too. They need to call him out for being
Very fake. He
fake.
was literally up like William's ass right next to him when they were not attacking, but arguing with Andrew.
Yeah,
And they were agreeing with each other, co-signing with each other. And then on the bus, all of a sudden, like, oh, I heard you wanted to fight me, and he gets up and throws the bag at him, and then it was just ridiculous. Like, and then all the quotes, some other like seasons, the Bad Girls Club. I just feel like, oh, he's just so fake. And if I ever got like on season 2, and they eventually keep going with the show and do like an All Stars, or I heard they want to do like a Zeus challenge, like they on MTV the challenge. They want to do like all different seasons of Zeus and have them on like a challenge, reality show, competition show. Basically, if I ever got to that point and I cast it on one of the seasons, like if I just see him, Dylan, on any of the spin-offs or whatever, I just want to beat his ass on sight. I don't like him. I don't like him.
You're gonna do the Valentina treatment. Give him the Valentina treatment.
Like Shannon with the reunion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna run up when he's sitting down. I don't need to. Like I've seen the way he moves, the way he fights. Like uh, I'm gonna do like what Tanisha said to Shannon. Like walk up to him and say, "Stand up, about to whoop your fucking ass." And get up. And
Well,
if they don't get up, then I'm like,
how do we
shit.
get tickets to the reunion? Because they haven't filmed the reunion, right? Remember that one BBC reunion? Some random person from the audience like ran up.
With Gia.
Yeah, do something like that. You could totally do that. Let's go.
I really don't like him. I don't like so. It's just fake. It's
Well, I'm
just
just saying,
fake.
like his camera time really like dropped off a lot from the first episode to this episode. He was in like two
Yeah,
seconds of this episode.
and that's what I was said from the beginning. They're all trying to get their camera time as if like they only got a week left to film and the show's almost over. Like, chill.
No, I will say like also rewatching it and maybe some parts of because of this episode, like I kind of am starting to like Relly though. Like he's just there to have a
I
good
like
time.
it a little bit better. I like it a little more, but I did not like wait. Even though I don't like Dylan, I did not like what he did to Dylan and fucking William. It didn't make any sense.
I feel
It
like
was
Relly was
very much like grandmama or auntie. Like if you don't beat her ass, I'm gonna beat your ass. It just made no sense. Again, trying to get camera time, and then I guess he's seen them fight. He's seen that neither one of them were connected with their swings, and they can't fight. So he's like, "All right, I can take them. So let me swing with him."
but he really couldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say he won that fight.
No, he just got a couple hits in the forehead because Williams' forehead was like a little knotted up, but no, really,
No,
I
but
haven't seen
really
not one of them that can really fight as of yet. That's why I think I would have definitely been safe on this season.
no, I
I'd have
mean
been fine.
Relly definitely hit Carry On in the face. You saw
You
that.
did. You got 'em. They were a whole 2 feet away from each other, so I really hope
And
he
then
would have like connected.
I also realized Milan is like pulling a Gaia every time he fights. He always goes for like the
Very
rest.
wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's trying to like pick him up from their leg or something. I don't know. He always goes low. Like what's up with that?
And he's like what 36? So
Oh
it
yeah,
was crazy because Dylan was doing his intro and he was 22, and then Milan was right after him. So it went from a 22-year-old to a 36-year-old. Like it's like not that it really matters. It's just like, oh wow, you got like 14, 15 years on you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like really because really Dylan is like a regular guy, like right. He's the
Yeah,
most regular guy out of all of them.
it's one of the most least followed. I think he has like 4,000 followers.
Yeah. So he really is like at least they had at least one of those like regular people on this season, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I thought he
I
was
was
like him to leave. Let's just get him to leave and bring someone else on.
yeah. And that little scratch scar on his face, I don't know if it was the bushes or Relly's nails, but that's going to be a permanent little tattoo for us this season because that's
I didn't catch that. You can see it in his confessional footage.
yeah.
But no,
That's
I was gonna say I forgot to mention earlier, like the fight between I mean the argument that Carry On and Moolah had later on, that was hilarious. Like, why is I thought it was super funny when he was like, "That was just breakfast," blah blah blah, and Moolah was like, "We could do lunch or dinner." Like,
Yeah, I was gonna just like, it was like, yeah, he did for breakfast, and then
that
go,
sounds
it's like
that sounds super gay. First of all, we could do lunch or we could do dinner. Like,
it was a couple. It was that, and there was a couple other lines that he was given that were pretty gay to me from
no,
Mulan. Like,
Carry On said something like, "We could go to the woods or something," and
yeah,
in the
come to the
background,
woods, come to the woods.
you could see Relly. He's like, I don't know who he's talking to.
The
I think
woods. Yeah, it's like that's what
Relly
I was
was
like.
like, "What's the wood? What's the woods?" That's when I
Yeah,
really liked Relly. I was like,
I
okay,
peeped that.
in it for a good time. He's just going with the flow for anything that's happening. That's why he was feeding off of Dylan's energy. That's why he looked bad, but he shouldn't have
Yeah,
been doing that. That's all.
I definitely liked Raleigh more in this episode, and
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I'll start to like him more as the season goes. Just that first episode and the bullying. It was bullying. I mean, bullying can be defined and go many different ways, and you know what I'm saying. But I guess with bullying, I don't. It just wasn't cute. It was not cute.
So, what do you think about Milan trying to fight Curtis? That was totally random.
Uh, oh, I like that honestly. It was well because as security was breaking them up, the security kind of pushed uh um carry on into Curtis, and he aggressively pushed the shit out of him off directly after he just fought his boy Moolah. And I think Million and other people took that as not that they were going to jump him, but like he's got his back and that's his boy. So it's just like, well, fuck him, and he snuck him from behind. So it's like it was definitely team straight versus team gay. It was just like, well, I'm gonna get the other one. I'm gonna get him because Anthony was saying that they were jumping him, and even though he didn't, it was a push, a very aggressively push. But I don't think Curtis would have did that to Gutta or to Relly. Have they knocked into him, I don't think they would have pushed him the way he pushed Kirion. So I guess I was pretty okay with it.
I don't know. So, how do you feel about Curtis? Because Curtis really is like being quiet. He doesn't say anything. He kind of is. You know what I'm saying? That's the person that you really need to look out for. I feel like he's the
Well, in the
one.
trailer, I peeped him kind of in a couple fights, a few fights.
Next week.
Uh, no, in the trailer for the season, like period.
Uh,
I've seen him in a couple fights. I have to. I want to go back and watch it again. The trailer, super trailer. I'm gonna go watch it again.
I wish I could show footage of all these fights, by the way, but I got 2 copyright strikes already. I can't get
I
a
was
third.
just gonna say that.
Or because I don't know. Do you think we will get, or what you think we'll get another copyright strike if I'm looking up other people's videos and screen? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can share my screen, but it's other people's videos I'm looking up, not my own.
I think that would be a little better, but again, I feel like they just pick and choose, so they want to like put violate violations and copyright strikes against. Doesn't make sense to me. Like, because I see, like I said, like people in their reviews play like 40 minutes of the 45-minute episode, and they're fine. I don't get it. The audio isn't changed. Like it's the same shit. It's right from Zeus, and they don't get copyright strikes. So it's very uh, I'm trying to think of the right word. It's very risky. Like either way, it's just like a risk, like to take. Like, is it worth it? Or I don't know. It kind of is, cause to show it while we're talking about it, so it can be very more specific and show exactly what's going on. But it's like it's a risk at the end of the day.
I don't know. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to risk it for this channel. But I wonder if, like, people will just make new channels, and then hopefully people will follow them if they have their like information. So
Right.
there's the next channel, the next channel. Um,
So that was like the fourth, the fifth fight was when Million uh sneaked Curtis, and was there another one after that? Is that the last fight of this episode? Besides
um,
the showdown, like of the argument of people defending Kirion and why Mullah was wrong for the way he went about it and asked him, and it totally turned into a huge, crazy thing with like Team Gay versus Team Straight. I hate saying it, but that's what they're saying, and it's like I don't
it's
know how
like
else the way to put it.
the whole thing happened in a few hours. I think one of them said 5 hours. So then you have to think about it.
Dylan said 4 or 5 fights in 5 hours.
Yeah, so Natalie came in there. She wanted to do a toast. She asked everyone, "Hey, so is everyone good?" And because Milan and Bradley had just fought, and they were like, "Hey, we're good now." And Natalie was like, "Okay, so is everyone good?" And then that's why Mullah was like, "I just want to clear something up because something was said on the bus." I feel like that's what he was thinking. Since Natalie asked, "Is there anything else we need to clear up?" That's the only reason why he brought it up. And they are kind. I feel like it's
Yeah,
more.
about that.
I feel like it's more so the gay guys that are making it gay versus straight than.
Now, Mullah kicked it off. He's the one who really started it, but they're the ones that keep pushing it and made it to something bigger than it was.
I'm just saying, like, do you think that that's okay for Milan, like, to be like, if he was answering, even if he was just answering a question, like, the person sitting in the back, like, would you really be like, oh yeah, that person?
What do you mean?
Because they asked Milan, who would you hook up with? And he said Mullah.
Right.
So that it all started. And so from that, I feel like that's all he was trying to address when Natalie was like, is there anything else that, can we get this toast? Can you guys go to bed tonight and be fine?
Well, I guess so. But it's just like that was the third time that he asked, and like we said, I think he already knew the answer. But I guess if there was just anything we want to clear up, or is there anything else? I guess maybe.
I don't know.
But I
I'm
think
playing
he
advocate, I
knew the
guess.
answer.
I always try to look at the other side.
Yeah, you do. I'm pretty biased to him. But I try not to be, and I'm trying to look at it from different perspectives. But again, when I think about it, Natalie, I feel like was just over pushing it. It's okay to ask questions. Like they don't know, they wanna be comfortable too. Like I, I get it, but it's I don't know. Everybody got really triggered with like because they don't know what it's like to be gay or anything. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
I understand where he's going with that because, like he said, they're all kind of like divas.
Yeah.
He just
Like,
doesn't want that kind of diva energy.
well, I mean, what did he think he was signing up for? Did he really think like it was gonna be like a bunch of straight dudes like playing basketball, going to the strip clubs, and just like what did he think he was getting into? Like, come on.
No, but that's the thing. I think if Milan didn't say that, I feel like he could have possibly been cool with Milan. Milan doesn't act like a diva. I don't feel. I mean, it kind of came out a little bit, but in the first episode, I didn't think he did.
I just grew up. I can't. When I was 14, and most of my guy friends were straight, and even to this day are straight. And real men to me are just so comfortable with their sexuality and know who they are that they would take it almost as a compliment that they like and everybody here on the bus like I think he's like the cutest like because he was asked like who would you like sleep with like I would sleep with him like almost like I feel like he should brushed it off even not be flattered, but take that as a compliment. More like so offended and just like I don't know. To me, like a real men know who they are and comfortable with their sexuality enough to not be offended. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
So then, how come Carry On isn't comfortable enough with his sexuality to not be offended when Mula asks him?
I have no idea. Carry On is very. I have no idea. That's kind of like different things because we don't know. He's not coming out saying he's straight or gay or bi or anything, but we know that Mulan's straight and we know that Mulan is gay.
If you
So,
can't tell from his interaction with Gutta in the room, that's
oh yeah,
that's. I mean, we could tell, like, and that's the
yeah,
whole thing. Like, I don't get why he would sign up for the show because, like,
yeah,
you know that's gonna come up. You
yeah,
know you are. I mean, I'm not saying you're gay. I don't know, but you're still outing yourself or whatever by being on the show. So you might as well just get it out in the open now. Like, since you're being asked, like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying. Like, he's being fake for that. That's all I mean, that's what I'm saying.
yeah. That and
Of
like I
course,
said, I
it's
overanalyzed the
more.
trailers, and in the trailer, he's breaking down, crying, and it's all revolved around his dad, Kirk Franklin, accepting him for who he is. So it's like they already jumped episodes in that he is gay or whatever, and his dad knows, and his dad doesn't.
You don't know that that's what they said in that
I think
interview.
that's exactly what it was.
They made it kind of vague for the trailer. They didn't specify that that's what it was about.
No,
I don't know. Maybe they did, but I'm
I
just
think
saying.
so. I think it was even a producer that even asked in the confessional, like, "How does your dad feel about that?" Or and use, and then cut to him hugging Gutta. It's like, well, I love you. I accept you. It was they pushed all that into the like 20 seconds. I don't know if it's something else that's gonna really surprise me, but I think that's exactly what it is. I think he's gonna slowly get more comfortable or gonna come out and it's already gonna
Exactly.
cut to his dad knows, his family knows, and he was like breaking down. Like I think yeah. I think that's what it was. I'm gonna stick with that. I guess we'll see.
But yeah, at the same time, it's like if any one of them were being fake about anything, you wouldn't want to necessarily hang out with them.
Yeah,
That's
because
all it was.
it's
I feel like it's not
I catch that a little bit. I do understand that. I do. I definitely see where Mulaw's coming off with that part, with being fake about it
And who did you
and
say he was
sliding
on the live
in,
with?
sliding out.
You said he was on the live with someone just a second ago.
Yeah, him and Mulan was on live together.
That's what
They
I'm
were
saying. So
they
obviously,
were
he's
doing like trivia with different fans and just asking them questions, and they win like signed T-shirts and this and that, and they were just cool as shit.
did you answer any questions?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it was they brought you onto the live and
Uh,
asked you questions.
try to call in.
What?
Did you try to call in?
Nah, it was just when we were getting this started, so I opted right out of it.
I see. I see. Well,
I would have though.
thanks for doing this instead.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, bro. It's but like so clearly Milan and Mula are cool. They're cool. So I guess like you're right. Maybe if that question had come up on the bus, like they would have been cool from jump on the season.
I don't know. Yeah, that's just my theory on that.
Yeah, for sure. So that episode wraps up with the huge like arguments going down. Everyone had their like 2 cents to say, and Gunner went off. Like and he's been talking about the way he fights. Like, and I'm watching the trailer. I don't think he really physically gets in any fights, and I really want to see Gunna fight.
No, yeah, I
But
do too. I feel like he really would like be the best fighter on there.
from what I've seen, but it has to be because not one of them to me can really fight. Mullah got a good 1-2 on carry on this episode, but other than that, I don't think anybody can really fight.
I don't know. So he's the only one that Gutta's the only one that hasn't gotten into a fight, right?
Yeah, Anthony got into a little push shove with Milan in the room. More of like a wrestling thing again. So, but yeah, Gutta's the only one that hasn't
You
gotten
know,
to any physical altercation.
I don't know. And William is kind of like irrelevant this episode too. Like,
I
why is
think
he here?
I think it's gonna be pretty relevant through the season, like because again, watching the Super trailer, the only time I really seen William or Dylan really in the trailer was their fight that already happened, and then somebody confronts William about leaking stuff. I guess while they're filming, and that happens. Other than that, that's all I've seen in that 3.5 minute trailer. I don't see them at
So
all.
here's also the other thing I was thinking, right? So like a lot of the people that they get are off of social media, right? Like social media
Right.
stars. In Zeus in general, that's their thing, right? Like, do you think it's possible that they hired Andrew just to be on that episode and then leave and then cause like social media to be like talking about it? Because
Yeah, I think that's definitely a theory that makes a lot of sense. Like it wouldn't surprise me at all. I think it could be very possible for
because
sure.
I feel like even back in the day before they did the conversation, or I guess before baddies or whatever, Tanisha and Natalie were on live arguing about
Going
stuff,
at it.
and you could kind of tell that it was kind of fake, right?
Yes.
Because there was that one clip of Tanisha and she kept like saying funny stuff in between her yelling,
Yeah,
like
to her son, like,
yeah,
mommy's
exactly.
making cookies, mommy's making cookies. I'm gonna fuck you up when I see
Yeah, I'm glad you know
you.
exactly what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
like, that's written into the contract and stuff now.
That and again with that, Andrew was literally nitpicking and fighting almost with everybody during when they were gearing up for the photo shoot. Like I don't think he would have really lasted in the house, and that makes me even think even more so was he even supposed to be in the house? Was he even going to be in the house? Because that he was going out with everybody individually.
And it seemed like they were like back when I I rewatched the first episode. It seemed like they were trying to pull a Haley. They were
Oh
trying to
God,
give it the Haley treatment.
Haley, that would have been something. Because literally, season 11 was just ridiculous. But my God, that girl was getting in from all 6 of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like getting jumped by 2 people and then like moving on to another 2 people and then 1 person. Like that's what they were planning to do.
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Because that makes me think was he going to be in the house? And I feel like the other 2 people that are coming in was always like supposed to come in. Maybe not from the beginning, but that was set up for them to be replacements or come in.
Hold
Because
on,
Andrew was never going to be in the house.
quick question. Who is Relly's roommate in the house? Does he have his own room or does he have a roommate?
From what I last remember, he was laying down in the bed and was saying got this to himself or like something, and I don't recall any roommate or anybody being in that room with him.
It looked like there was another bed in that room though.
I think there was.
I guess that's what Andrew or that's what Anthony and Milan were fighting about.
Yeah, and then there was also what happened to the room and the bed that Anthony jumped on and kind of broke.
That's
Like,
Milan's room now.
oh, well, shit. Yeah, that was that room. Well, That was kind of Anthony's room first, because he did get in the room first and jump on the bed, break it before Milan went in there.
Malone called it outside. So
Well, what's that?
do you count that as
No,
in
you
the
gotta
room?
get there. Gotta get there first. Put your bags down. Claim it by actually getting there first. That's like in any season of Bad Girls Club. Could you imagine like them coming into the house and they're all like split up because they usually have them come in by twos or threes? Like, well, I'm claiming the best room in the house. I want the master bedroom. It doesn't work like that.
They never had
So
master bedrooms on Bad Girls Club though. They
no,
always 2 or 3.
yeah,
So she was
I,
definitely Natalie was. I feel like this is why Natalie was really mad. She was like thinking, like, look, I already planned out the first fight for you guys. It was supposed to be about the room, not about all this stuff.
it didn't work.
That's the real reason why she was mad.
It was just ridiculous though. Like all the fights and things going on before they even got into the house. Like, no, that was for Sorelli. That was all on him, really.
I feel like, do you think that they have like, because they're supposed to stay in the house for 2 weeks, but do you think if the producers are like, all right, we have enough footage after 5 days, they'll
Oh,
just?
for sure.
I feel like that's probably what they're trying to tell the cast to do. Like, what I'm saying? Like, oh, we need as much footage, so let's start to get in the fights like as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Even if
I
it's
don't. Just the way everything's going and the behavior of all these men, I don't see them filming for 2 weeks. And they're gonna scratch each other's eyes out because they can't fight. Anybody gonna knock each other's heads off? But I just don't see them filming for 2 weeks, even. And 2 weeks isn't even a long time, especially back when the first, I think, good 10 seasons of Bad Girls Club, they would do 3 months.
See, I was always confused by that though, because they would say 3 months, but then how they always start with the first fight.
I feel like it would be about 6, 8 weeks. Yeah, and they would say like 22 days later, and it ends
Yeah,
up being like episode 11, and next week's
exactly,
the finale. I'm like, 22 days? Those
exactly.
3 months.
How'd that happen?
They did that a lot too, yeah.
But you're right. Actually, now that I think about it, I totally didn't even think about that. But they should have opened with like the biggest fight of the season.
Yeah.
Why didn't they start out like that? Every season of Bad Girls Club starts like that.
If they're trying to follow the premise of Bad Girls Club with Bad Boys Club, they're not doing a good job at all. Because it's just like, it's definitely the Zeus brand, but it's the Zeus Network, and their touch on it. Just look at the first 2 episodes compared to any first 2 episodes of Bad Girls Club. It's just been chaos and the same argument going on for 25 straight minutes. And more security and producers just like everywhere. Just like the room is filled with just like 20 people at all times. It's like, what the fuck?
I wonder if any of the Bad Boys cast is gonna hop on that Joseline lawsuit about them like not taking care of castmates, blah blah blah.
I mean, if anybody, I think it might be Dylan.
No, he definitely started all that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of which, I'm so glad we're getting the reunion.
Yes, I was so. When I messaged you that, I was like, okay, so definitely kick him off of Johnson's Cabaret so I can get to the end of the episode. Because they're not just going to end it if they have a reunion. They're going to show us at least a clip, something. And we got it. So we're definitely getting the reunion.
So I'm gonna play. Let me share my screen so we can play the clip for next week, or the sneak peek for the reunion. Not next week. I don't know when it's gonna be.
Probably maybe 2 weeks, maybe. Definitely not next week. I think next week we're going to get the super trailer after episode 3 of Bad Boys.
All right, hold on. Here it is.
What up, bitches?
Hey, Joseline.
Y'all hoes talking that shit on the ground? Suck my motherfucking dick. Talk that shit.
Okay, we're not listening. No, we can't listen. Listen, let them go.
Fuck that bitch.
Let me see that dick.
And see, everyone's all seated down like they're gonna have like a reunion. They're all seated down like they're gonna have a reunion and talk. And you see Capri about to like get up, and apparently that's the first fight. Almost immediately, I've heard from Henny, I've heard from Gaia, everybody, Amber, that Lollipop and Capri are the first fight of the reunion, and that happens minutes after they sit down, and from there it just keeps going and going and going. Uh, Henny gets jumped by Raven and Diamond, and Jocelyn jumps in and kicks Henny. Riri also gets jumped by them, and Jocelyn also kicks Riri. Jocelyn slaps Lexi Blow across the face, and then of course, and then kicks Amber in the stomach, and then minutes later, when Amber gets the around securities, takes a shot and punches Jocelyn. Apparently, she falls, and that's when Ballistic snatches Amber up, and I don't know if he exactly hits her or just like grabs her and snatches her, rips her fucking real hair out, her edges out. But that's 6 fights right there, and apparently it just doesn't stop after Lollipop and Capri's fight. So that's why I'm saying it's like not going to be much of any kind of reunion. It's just going to be utter Zeus chaos.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Like,
Me too. Me too.
in fact, when I watched, because last week, I don't know when I finished it, but at some point you were telling me like the one more chance reunion was basically all fights, and so that's what I'm imagining now. Of like when I was that they had a lot of in between. They had a lot of talks. It wasn't.
They
just
did. They did, and
But
we're
you're-
not going to get that with this.
You're saying with this literally. That's why there's no clips of them actually saying anything.
And there won't be. I've watched almost every single cast members live about the reunion, and they've all been consistent with that. That it's just complete and utter just chaos and fights and mess, that they don't sit down and talk about anything.
Well, I don't know. I'm glad. Do you think this is a good sign for season 4 though? Because like we definitely need that season 4.
I would love it. I would like it, but I don't think so.
Why are they? You didn't. Oh yeah, you owe me $2,000. We bet on that reunion, right? I don't know if they would air the reunion.
I thought that was going to be. I always thought they would air the reunion, but I don't. They're not going to show any Ballistic touching Amber.
They're
There's
gonna
no way.
play the audio, but they're gonna
Black it out.
screen just like they did with Snooki.
Yeah, but even with Snooki, they showed it, and then eventually, then they took it out and blacked the screen. But they did show him hitting her, and it's still, you can find it still on YouTube.
What, you can find it on YouTube?
Yeah, he hits her, and it shows it, and
Wait,
he hits her, and then it takes her like 2 or 3 seconds, and then she
You're talking
falls.
about Jersey Shore still. You're talking about Jersey Shore still. I thought you were talking about someone leaked their Jocelyn's reunion footage.
Oh God, that would have been lovely. That would have been really nice. Because there's so many people on set. I'm surprised no one did have their phone out, or I don't know. I don't know. I like Jocelyn, and then I don't like her, and then I start liking her, and I don't like her. But from all this shit on reunion with her kicking Henny for no reason, her kicking Riri for no reason, I just like, what is she doing? Like, girl, cokehead, cokealina, cokeland.
I don't know. She's definitely. I like to watch her, but I don't think I would like her in person. I'm scared of Jocelyn. She's crazy. Like she's literally crazy.
I just don't understand why she's kicking these girls when they're already getting jumped and she
All
has
those
really big
forms
beef.
belong to her, like she said. Like I was literally thinking about that this episode when Chanel was crying. I was literally like, "Oh, this is why Joseline thinks she owns you, you whores," because Chanel's crying over Joseline's approval. That's weird.
Yeah, shit. What else too? What I also caught? It was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when they were picking girls for the second round of the cabaret. Jocelyn said that there's still one of you going to be the winner, and then Chanel's live from a couple of days ago. She was fans were asking her about like, does the winner get money? And she was like, no, she doesn't. She didn't win anything. It was like so she just won what the title of season 3. But she didn't get. I got 10,000, but she didn't get nothing. And some people are commenting that Riri won, but here was the finale, and nobody was picked the winner of the season. They totally just went right over that.
They scrapped that part of the show because it
Totally
wasn't.
scrapped it.
I didn't
I'm
think of that.
Yeah, I'm so curious of who actually did she pick. Was it Riri? Like, why did she kick her? Why is she kicking Henny? Why is she
There's a
kicking
lot that
Amber?
they don't explain because I thought something would happen between K Capri and Jocelyn this episode because why was she not part of the cabaret? You know what I'm saying, that they're doing in Miami or whatever that they're supposed to do every Tuesday. I thought there was some drama there between that.
No. Who is then? Because
It was. I mean, they're not doing it anymore, obviously, but it
who
was.
was originally? Because based on this reunion, she fought half of the cast. Was it just gonna be Diamond and Raven
That's what I'm saying. No, Riri
and Jordan?
was part of that thing too. So I'm confused why she would kick Riri. I thought, and I forget who the fourth one. She only had 4. I want to say it was. I want to say it was Lollipop, but I'm really not sure. It might have been Lexi. I forget. Her Instagram is taken down, so I can't check.
And I was so curious of why she gets up and slaps the shit out of Lexi Blow. Like what? I mean, like I said last week, it was Lexi Blow's decision to pick Diamond or Chanel, and I said to myself, if she picks Diamond and does not pick Chanel, then she deserves a slap that Jocelyn gets at the reunion. And she picked Diamond, so I'm like,
It's so obvious that Jocelyn likes Diamond and Raven because they're definitely her minions.
yeah,
Definitely. And that's the reason
the
why
ones that are jumping. Riri and Henny, and Jocelyn jumps in with them with a kick.
But that's so annoying. Like it really isn't Bad Girls Club because I feel like in Bad Girls Club they would get a bad edit for being minions. But on this show they get a good edit because they're rewarded by Jocelyn because it's her show.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see Gaia at the reunion, but she's there. I think only one really is Chanel.
She's not.
Chanel's not there. She does not. She did not go.
So yeah, they don't necessarily explain why that had like they were all friends at the end of this episode, weren't they?
Who?
Everyone on the show, I feel like.
Well, yeah. Well, Wet, Henny, Chanel, Amber, and the fifth girl, but they're all left or went home after Diamond was picked. Like they don't see them in the last 10 minutes of 2 weeks ago's episode, or at all in this episode. So like,
Oh, I see. I missed that.
they didn't even show their exit or like final words or like last words of how they feel or like
It's
a
supposed to be
goodbye.
season 4, so they definitely need to come out with season 4.
I just the way Zeus is kind of cover their tracks or backpedaling whatever they're doing with these statements.
Yeah,
I
Zeus seems
just
like they're in a lot of trouble right now. I feel like
yeah.
for Zeus, they're like
I
they.
think they might just go gun ho with Natalie and her fucking baddies and Bad Boys Club and uh,
No, but I'm saying they're already. They're. I mean, I don't know if it's real, but supposedly they're getting sued by Andrew too. So they're getting sued by Andrew. They're getting sued by Amber.
but well, not only Amber, Henny, I think Riri, and there's a fourth girl. They're all oh
I thought Lexi was in
Big
it.
Lex, Big Lex.
Big Lex.
Yeah, she's in it too. It's like 4 or 5 total. That's
Big Lex better be careful because she started her own show where they fight, didn't she? Like, couldn't they come after
yeah,
her?
but this is something with all do with like ballistic. I don't know. I
Like they
forget
each
exactly what it was.
like they each had an encounter with Ballistic, like specifically.
I don't know about Riri and Henny. I think it was more so like the attack at the reunion, and 'cause I think it's something in the contract where they can't physically fight Jocelyn or whatever when she's hitting on all them.
I used to
I
think
have,
I used to think that that was like not true. Like you couldn't make a contract that allows you to get like bodily injury to you or whatever. But then I think about all the times like if you want to go skydiving, you have to sign a waiver or something, right? Like,
yeah,
do you think Jocelyn made them sign waivers?
I think Jocelyn had Zeus have them sign stuff. I think yeah.
So then, what can they really? That's what I'm trying to figure out because I know you can't. I don't know. Isn't that kind of like I used to? Well, I don't know. I have no idea how contracts work, but I thought if you wrote in there that you could like kill someone or something, that wouldn't be a valid contract.
It's all very questionable, but they're all lawyered up and it's starting, so they are doing it. It's not
So
like
imagine,
some rumor.
so imagine if this reality show, whatever contracts they had, and then they had the whole like Alec Baldwin situation happen. Are you saying that you wouldn't be able to sue?
Huh.
That's what's weird, like getting into like TV law and stuff and all that. That's
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's all different by every network is different.
but that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
of
Like a new
course.
incoming network like Zeus, do you think they have everything in place? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot.
I feel
That
like they
Zeus,
were smart. They should, but I don't think they're very good.
I mean, Oxygen, which NBC wasn't smart enough, and they got canceled because they got sued by the cast.
Yeah, and the only like successful Bad Girls Club really suings was the Claremont twins. They sued. They got a check. They were successful, and that was a downfall of Bad Girls Club. And then 15, 16, 17 was like really just like shit. But kind of like lost everything after like that. A lot of credentials, a lot of um, promoters, everything. So it's just like, but I've seen so many seasons where girls get all their shit destroyed and even jumped insanely. And the Claremont twins sued for getting their shit destroyed. I don't, it's all so like, what, I gotta read the contracts myself. Like, I gotta see these contracts. Because shit don't make sense.
I don't know, but that's really funny that the girls they really do belong to Jocelyn. I feel like.
That's what Jocelyn's saying.
I'm sorry, but I mean, I can see it. I can see why she would feel that way. I should say.
sure.
But yeah, no, I definitely liked all the reunion looks. But Kay Capri coming in with a ski mask, like you could tell she wanted to fight, but she didn't want to get her face messed up.
I think that's what it was.
It was also like Kodak Black reference because he did that. I don't know if you watched The Breakfast. Yeah, so it was something like that. But also, I think it was because she got her face cut by the can or whatever, so she didn't want to get her face messed up again.
But we seen last reunion Jocelyn's Cabaret with her picking up the candlestick for Alexi Blow. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why Jocelyn's hilarious. Knew she would come on the reunion fighting everyone. Like that's to be expected. Like we gotta see it, Zeus. Don't.
Yeah, maybe one or two girls like last season, like it was just Lexi Blow, but literally 5 girls. Do you put your hands on the reunion? That's crazy to me. Well, feet and hands, but that's nuts. What kind of drug? My God.
I don't know. She's really just crazy. That's why I like Joseline. You gotta love her for that. Like what other reality show star would really be like, okay, I'm gonna do this whole scene with my top off in the pool for the first 10 minutes of this episode? Like,
yeah, that's because she's sick.
Exactly, but only she would do that. She's crazy. Like that's why we watch Joseline. But you're right. I mean, I would never. I mean, she's good for TV. I'd be scared of her in real life. Like I said, I wouldn't. I would told if I were one of the Cabaret girls, I'd be like, oh no, you're crazy. Let me not associate myself with you anymore after this.
And there was something had to happen because there was supposed to be so many girls for season 2 come back on season 3. It was supposed to be was it Sapphire and Lucky and Aqua. It was supposed to be like 5 or 6 of them, like all coming back, but it ended up just being Lexi and Chanel. I don't understand how also you brought the winner of last season back and had her compete for a spot and didn't allow her to dance not one time with the Cabaret. That's fucked up.
I feel like I don't know what happened. I feel like last season, I don't know how she won, and I feel like she won on the fluke. Like Joseline was nice that day, and then she like really regretted it. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, "All right, I need to undo that this season."
I don't know how she exactly won either, but
Oh, you're right.
definitely undid it.
Chanel won money, right?
What's that?
Chanel won money, right?
Yeah, she won 10,000.
Yeah, you're right.
So she got that check.
They didn't do that this season. That's crazy.
They were alluding always to picking a winner. They never said they were going to get a cash prize, but it was said multiple times that I'm still picking one of you as the winner of the season. And even Chanel in her live said that a winner was chosen and she didn't get paid or anything. It was just the title, but no one was picked at all.
See, I was able to rewatch Bad Boys, but I didn't rewatch Joseline's Cabaret. I literally watched Bad Boys back to back, like.
Yeah,
So I could
I
catch
was
it.
just playing when we well, it's over now, but I just had it playing in the background, so let's do it again. But I'll probably watch it again tomorrow. I watched the first one like 2 or 3 times.
I think Joseline's Cabaret needed this, reunion drama on social media because the last 2 episodes weren't really all that interesting. They didn't even pick a winner. Like, I mean,
I thought they were actually pretty decent, and what I noticed was because Joseline wasn't in them. I don't know, it was different. It wasn't like great. It was just different atmosphere. It was different. Felt like a different show for a little bit. It was different, and because Joseline was not in it.
I felt like a different. So I wasn't really. I need Joseline on
Yeah, she brings the drama. Sure. They all drama. It was definitely a feel of like this is the Bad Girls Club, especially the first like 3 or 4 episodes of this season. It was like the constant fighting. It was just, it felt like the Bad Girls Club.
I don't know. I
It
feel
did.
like she surprises me every season as like, oh damn, this is like way worse than something you would see on Bad Girls.
Yeah, it was, and it just had different purpose because they were there to dance. And Bad Girls Club, there's not. I guess their purpose is to change and grow.
Oh yeah, how
But
come that's not the purpose in Bad Boys?
yeah, that's
They
what
don't even
I don't.
do that.
What the hell is the purpose? What I just,
I guess they can't steal that premise. That would definitely be stealing the idea of the show. They
they're really
already.
not doing much of anything following it with Bad Girls Club because, like I said, these first 2 episodes have just been all the same day of just complete just mess. I just wish they would kind of edit it down and cut like next scene and let's continue instead of dragging out the same stance, the same argument, everybody in the same place, like going for a half hour straight of the 45-minute episode. It's just
I don't
a
know. It
lot
was
of just,
fights on the first night on BGC 9, wasn't it?
yeah, there's a couple even seasons where there's physical altercations on the first night. Season 12 had it. It's just not 11, 12 fights, just like one or two. I mean, Lindsay in season 12 was fighting everybody, like Jada, and
I feel like Rima and Megan fought like 3 times in one episode.
yeah, it's like to episode 2 and 3. Yeah, it did. And in season 8, I remember with Jenna and Gia and Amy and Gia, and when that was on the first episode, it's just, yeah, they've always had that and stuff a little bit, but just not 11, 12 fights on the first day. They just really for their camera time, you know. But they all the Zeus Network shows, One More Chance, Jocelyn's Cabaret, Baddies, ATL, Bad Boys Club. They're all feel very similar with like the just dragging out the same thing going on for like 25 minutes, half hour straight of the exact same scene going on. It's not really edited or cut up, or I just feel like after 3 seasons of Jocelyn's Cabaret, 2 seasons of One More Chance, and then Baddies, and now Bad Boys Club, I just thought Bad Boys Club was going to be a little different because I feel like they should have like kind of learned and seen how they move and their editing, and it's just no changes at all. It's just that
Well,
again.
even if they did, even if Bad Girls Club wasn't 3 months, like towards the end of when they were filming it, I feel like it's still a lot more time than they get with Zeus. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
I'm sure,
rush with Zeus.
for sure. It's I don't know. It's the editors, the producers, whatever have you. Well, oh, I had a question too. Did you notice the Bad Boys house? Is that not the same house where Red and Natalie had the conversation?
I don't remember.
I feel like I seen the piano like in the corner, the kitchen where Red went to when she got the chips and a drink, and it just seems like that was the conversation house. I don't know, thought it'd be like Jocelyn's Cabaret had like 10 girls, and the house was like pretty big, like huge. And I don't know, with the Bad Boys Club, the house doesn't seem as big or at all. And One More Chance, yeah, both One More Chance, Jocelyn's Cabaret, the houses were definitely, I think, a lot bigger. They were. I think it is the conversation house. I have to try to watch it and pinpoint areas, and I can probably pick it up. But
Yeah, how'd they
I
get a
don't know.
nicer house than Baddies?
What's that?
How did they get a nicer house than the Baddies' house?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a lot, and they were pushed. I think if they do cancel Joseline's Cabaret, they're gonna like push stuff in the conversation again because I think like Natalie and Windsor are supposed to do one, and then Rocky and somebody, but I haven't heard anything about the
Well,
conversation at all.
I thought Natalie said she would never pay Winter to do it.
Well, then she changed her mind, and there's YouTube videos right now of Natalie saying Zeus contacted you, we contacted you, you didn't answer.
I
The
really don't
conversation.
like Winter's annoying.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not really fan.
Yeah.
But they definitely had the videos out where Natalie said that Zeus, we reached out to you and you didn't respond. So what's all this? You going live every other day talking all this shit, and then
We need to see Natalie versus Camila.
that would be a good one.
Reach out to Camila, please. We don't need to see Winter on here.
No, you seen their boxing match though, right? No
Winter?
Natalie, no Natalie and Camila.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's up on YouTube. It was for some kind of charity event. Like I think it was back like 6, 7 years ago. They boxed and had like the big gloves on, and Natalie definitely won that.
Oh, so you think she's over it?
Oh no, this was I think right after or a little before. I think it was right after All Stars, Bad Girls Club.
Didn't Camila say she was quitting reality TV too?
I think I heard that, but I know she just dropped a new song and a music video.
She did?
Yeah, so did Megan.
I like Megan. Well, I heard the snippet. It's like where she's whispering the whole time, right?
Yeah, she
I
is.
tried to find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Where is it?
I wonder if they took it down because this was like 2 weeks ago and I seen it. I think it was on Instagram.
Yeah, I just saw the little snippet on Instagram, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. It wasn't on Apple Music. It wasn't on YouTube. It wasn't on anything.
Oh, yeah, because actually, come to think about it, I think it was only like 45 seconds. I think it was a snippet. It wasn't even the whole song.
But it said out now on the description.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe they get taken down. I don't know. I like the song though. I like the snippet. I want her to hear more. And did you hear her song with Soldier Boy?
No.
Yeah, she has one with, like that one came out like a month or so ago.
Huh. No.
So Megan is really like doing it. Yeah, I want to hear more from Megan. I like a lot of her stuff.
She's done so many reality shows. I think she's done like 6 or 7. Like Megan. I like Megan.
Yeah, definitely.
She's done a lot. Look at her. She, even her and Baddies, like, that was just a little one episode, like a little, like, hour she popped in, but, like, she would have been really good for the show. Like, I think I even like that. Like, that was, like, a good, like, one of the better parts of the season when Megan popped in for, like, the talks, sit down with Natalie and Tanisha, but she was there for Cindy's birthday. And then she was even on the reunion. And she was only, like...
I feel like that was Zeus kind of being like, not Natalie, we're the ones who decide who goes. I feel like Natalie didn't want her there.
Well, if you remember, like, I don't know what it was, like, Megan, I guess, changed her mind, like, the day of they started filming, because they showed the promo for Baddies before they started filming the season, when they all just came out of the cars 2 by 2 and walking up into the house. Megan was on the season, and she ended up not being on the season, but then came in for an episode. It was her and Cindy that got out of the car together.
I heard it was because they found out that they were paying her more than Tanisha, or maybe both of them, Tanisha and Natalie.
Well, I'm not sure what the underlying reason was, but I think that was definitely something I heard. Yeah.
I feel like what they did was, all right, what you were gonna pay me, that's how much is my cameo fee. So I'll be there. Yeah, I feel like that's what happened.
She would definitely would have been good for the season. There's so many options for season 2 of Baddies. That's why I'm trying to figure out if they're going to go the same route as the season 1. Is it going to be like a Bad Girls Club spinoff, or is this going to be, other girls from other reality shows and big girls on social media, or what they're going to do?
You're right.
'Cause
I feel
there's
like Zeus might have probably made a deal with her, like just use other Zeus girls in baddies or something.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
and they're taking their good old time to film, let alone get a cast. I feel like it's been forever.
how do you
For
know they're not
Baddies season 2,
in secret?
huh?
How do you know they're not filming in secret already?
It's just, especially Zeus. Other networks, I could see them like sweeping this and keeping it in the down low, but with Zeus, it just comes out. Like people
I
cannot
didn't
keep
know,
secrets. They're messy.
I didn't know they were
Like,
filming Bad Boys Club. Like, I feel like they came out with that really fast.
because maybe it's only like really 10 days of filming. I mean, that's wasn't much.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know, but does
It's
this look like you see the background? Does that look like the Bad Boys house?
not really.
I mean, this could be like the production room in the new house or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think this was the basement, wasn't it? Because he was like, "When you want to come back downstairs?" Blah blah blah. And I think it's really funny. Wasn't what's her name? A little bit. Is that Red's girlfriend's name?
Yeah, a little bit.
She was the one. She was calling for Matthew, right? The whole episode
Yeah,
to get her phone back. That's Matthew, the talent producer on Bad Boys. We finally
yeah.
see
That's the white guy with the hat.
Yamaka. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
So I think it's hilarious. Obviously, Matthew heard you, but he was not going to give you your phone back because he wanted footage for for the show, right? Like
right. Yeah,
that right there
sure.
is the example. Couldn't you get sued, like for that? Because what if they really needed help? Like they needed to call 911. He had the phone or something. I don't know.
That's crazy to think about. Just everything with Zeus is just so Black. Even Black China's mom recently did a interview with a YouTube blog, and just was coming out with all this shit about Zeus network and how like evil it is and vindictive they are, and it's just wow. Like shit I was hearing was just crazy.
Because that's no. I mean, like it. So do you feel like Jocelyn's Cabaret is about female empowerment, like Jocelyn says?
Hell no, no.
Like just the network in general.
No. No, I don't think it's about female empowerment at all. I think that's maybe what they wanted it as, and that's what it was set up to be. But as soon as the cameras start rolling and Jocelyn comes out of the bathroom, things take a left turn.
Allegedly, you gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean,
It is very alleged.
you didn't say anything bad. She uses the bathroom, obviously.
Yeah. Powder her nose.
Exactly. But I'm
Fix her
saying
makeup.
that's what makes her the best for the show.
And her track record has shown, not even just last season's reunion, all of her reunions, Love and Hip Hop, on the reunion, she's like a totally different person, like a monster. Her like
I
fights
did.
everyone.
I tried to like Google or I tried to YouTube like Jocelyn's fights on Love and Hip because I didn't watch her on that show. You know what I mean? But I tried to.
There's compilations.
She doesn't fight a lot on that show though.
Not really on the show, just the reunion.
Oh, just the reunions. I see. That's why she's extra crazy. Like I feel like she's just used to that. So on the reunion, she's extra crazy for Cabaret.
Yeah, for sure. I see that. What's that?
I don't know. Do you think we're ever gonna run into problems like because in Bad Girls Club, there's been a lot of seasons. It wasn't just the Claremonts who like went after production. If you remember BGC5, Morgan went into like the control room and stuff too. So I wonder if anything like that is gonna happen on Zeus or like You know what I mean? Where they're going after the production team.
What do you mean?
Like how the Claremont twins were trying to destroy all the BGC production lights and everything.
Yeah.
So does
Or
that
J-Lo.
cost $5,000? Does that cost $5,000?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you think they're going to handle it?
Handle what?
Are they going to be able? Because it seems like Zeus. I don't know.
No, I totally missed your question.
Stuff getting destroyed, like the network that getting. Because I was saying earlier on BGC 5, remember Morgan? She went into the control room to destroy all the stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's going to happen at some point on some Zeus show. I don't know if it's going to be Cabaret or Bad Boys or what.
I don't know if it maybe already happened and they just like edit it out and not air it, just like they didn't air the winner tonight of Jocelyn's Cabaret. I would be surprised it already happened, or them go into a room they're not supposed to, or whatever. Even though I never really actually in any of the shows seen somebody blow up and go against exactly production. It's more so other cast members.
But now
So
we got people, Matthew withholding people's phones when they feel like they're in an emergency, and then we got whoever was jumping on top of Milan almost break his leg. Little stuff.
God.
See what I'm saying? So now the lawsuit for that Amber is starting is really, all this stuff is. It seemed insignificant before, like, oh, of course he's a security guard. He did what he had to do. But now that this whole lawsuit with Amber is happening, it's like now they really got to be careful about these small details.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary for Zeus. It's like Amber is causing all this drama now. She's like the new Claremont twins.
Yeah, and it's not even just Amber anymore. It's a lawsuit. Like I said, it's like 4 other girls too. And Amber's what happened with her and allegedly with stuff with Ballistic is not the same thing with Riri and Henny. So it's just like, what are these things exactly they're suing for, even though it's all the same case of them suing Zeus and they're together on it. I think they all have different lawyers, but it's weird. It's like, what?
Oh, they all have different lawyers? I thought it was
Maybe
like a class
not.
lawsuit.
Yeah, it is. So maybe it's not.
That's what I'm saying. So potentially the people on Bad Boys could hop on there.
Yeah. But what was it that Zeus did with Andrew that Andrew's suing or having a lawsuit with Zeus for? What did they do to Andrew?
They didn't let him cash his check, yet they still used him for the first episode.
Oh.
He signed another contract to do the promo because, like we know, Megan, she did the promo, but then she wasn't on the episode. So I feel like he definitely cashed the check for the promo, and so they felt like they could use that footage. All the footage they used was from his promo day. I don't know if he was there that morning when they were getting on the bus, but they didn't get him at all during that day, and they wouldn't let him cash that check. So I don't know if he has a case against them.
Huh. I thought it was something totally. Yeah, okay. And that's so even though these are all different things, it's all a lawsuit against Zeus. It must be something in these contracts.
But that's why I didn't think about it earlier when you were like on Bad Boys Club. That scene happened the next day when and that's why when they said, "Oh, you tried to cash the check," he said, "No, that was yesterday." He cashed the promo check.
I did peep like after the promo, that photo shoot when Milan and Relly were chasing after Andrew. It was dark. It was nighttime, and them getting on the bus and going to the house. I think it was like the next day, and this is all this first half of the first episode and second episode has been the second night.
Yeah, them chasing him at night. Andrew chasing Andrew at night. That was the night they were going to the hotel.
Yeah,
that they were staying in before they all went into the bus to go to the house for the first day. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think Andrew really has a case.
No.
Amber definitely does, but I'm saying now I think Dylan, I could see him trying to, he's obviously not getting famous from Bad Boys.
Hell no.
He's gonna jump on that lawsuit like, oh, they let me get hurt on on set. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but with Bad Boys Club, it's different. Jocelyn's Cabaret, as they're there to dance and get on the cabaret team. With Bad Boys Club, it's like they don't have any really purpose, and if it's anything that's going on Bad Girls Club, they kind of should expect there to be some fights. And I don't know if Dylan even could fathom going on the show in the season, and there's no way he's even going to possibly even get touched. I don't see that.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully this doesn't, start anything bad with Zeus. Like, I hope they don't start going downhill, kind of like
I hope like Oxygen
you see Oxygen went downhill when
after
Claremont.
they got right after they got sued with that lawsuit.
And there was
I
definitely
can see that happening, but I hope it doesn't.
Yeah. And I don't know. That's why they really need to come out with season 4. That'll make it like, oh, they made it through. They did season 4, Jocelyn's Cabaret. They're good.
They really got to work some magic and come up with something for them to continue with Jocelyn's Cabaret.
What I'm saying, I feel like I'm not sure if something happened on Bad Boys, and that's why Lemmy doesn't want his face shown anymore, because something happened. If something happens on Bad Boys, he's gonna be like, "No, that's on you, Natalie. Like, don't come after." Even though it's his, he would definitely come back to him. But I feel
thought there was a point in the trailer where I guess things get so out of control that they had them all up in this room, and Lemmy's talking to them and like, I don't got time for this. Y'all don't got time for this. Like, I didn't see his face blurred out.
You're right. In the preview, they didn't blur his face out, but in tonight's episode, it was definitely him talking to them, right?
Yeah.
Why did they blur his face out this episode?
That's a good point. Huh. Damn.
I thought the whole thing with Zeus was they don't blur stuff out because they're a real news network. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, with the fucking baddies, the fight with Natalie and Christina was overly edited, and then even with Sarah and Seven, it was just like nothing like One More Chance or Jocelyn's Cabaret, where they actually let them fight and go at it for a good 5-10 seconds for security, like jumps in and stuff. Like with baddies, it was not like that at all. Like the fights were overly edited, and security jumped in like immediately. I think it's all different shows, even though it's same network, different shows, different contracts. Because I don't know what it is with Riri and Henny on the lawsuit from Jocelyn. It's not from Amber and Diamond jumping them. It's from Jocelyn jumping in the fights and kicking them.
so she's not suing Raven and Diamond separately?
I didn't hear anything about
See,
that.
I don't get it. I feel like
Right.
they lose their case. Because obviously you're just jumping on Amber's bandwagon, trying to sue Jocelyn.
Right.
I don't know, whatever. If it helps, I mean, Amber, of course, she's going to accept it because it only helps her case.
It's a lot, and it's a lot to unpack, and not only that, it's something more sinister, something that's going on because both Instagram and Twitter deleted Jocelyn's accounts.
No, she was on Twitter, though.
Maybe back on Twitter, but Twitter and Instagram definitely removed her accounts. After
It's
after all the tweets Jocelyn made, then they took her stuff down, her account and Instagram, and she even had a backup Instagram and deleted that Instagram account too. So I seen her tweets and everything, but there's been nothing since then. After they deleted her account, she hasn't said anything in like a week.
just today, she was like,
Only ballistic.
I found out there would be a sneak peek because I saw her tweet. She was like,
But maybe she's back on it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
something happened, like, because they definitely took her off and both their Instagram accounts. So I'm like, what is she exactly being held accountable for something that really Ballistic did, allegedly, unless I don't know. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with Twitter and Instagram deleting her account.
Joseline broke Amber's ribs allegedly. All Ballistic did was like pull her hair.
But Zeus Network isn't making statements or about their producers, Joseline, fighting any of the girls. It's men attacking women.
Yeah, because that's the part that they're worried about airing. They're not worried about Joseline's fights.
No, because she's in all 5 of the fights, except the
Yeah.
only fight she's not in is Lollipop and Capri.
So they're definitely going to show that. I don't know. I still think I mean, I don't know. I watched this other YouTuber. Do you know this girl, Sejada? Is that how you say her name?
Sajada.
Sajada.
Yeah,
So
I like her.
I watched one of her videos and she was like, it's kind of sad that people want to see it. Like, why do you want to see it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do kind of want to see it, but you're right. You're making me feel kind of bad for wanting to see it, but like, I still want to see it. I don't care.
No, I do want to see it, and I
saying.
definitely understand what she's saying, and all the people like because it's sad, but I do want to see it because it's like I want to see how gruesome or is because it's apparently like so bad, and it's just like how bad is it like, or what even made him think it was okay like to do this and on cameras like on set filming like.
You can't be mad at that.
Jocelyn can definitely handle her own, and if she was getting attacked by like 3 of the girls or jumped by cast members, definitely I could see him in there and grabbing the girls and ripping them off Jocelyn. But a one-on-one and Amber punches Jocelyn, so you get up. I mean, that's what the security's there for. That's what they're paid to do. That's not his job.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see it. How soon do they usually show the reunion after the last episode? It's
Usually
like,
2 weeks.
Okay.
We get next week. I'm banking on they're going to show the super trailer, and then the following week we'll get the episode.
Awesome.
Or 2. I don't know if it's going to be 2 parts. I mean, One More Chance went 3 parts. Or 4 parts. Season 2 had 4 parts. And,
Did it?
yeah, had
I don't
4
care.
parts. Season 2 had 4 parts.
How come I only see 3?
Season 2?
Yeah.
What fucking season had 4-part reunion? I know Baddies, it was only 2.
Season 1 had 4 parts.
Yeah, season 1. Yeah, season 1 had 4 parts. Season 3 had 3 parts. I have a love-hate relationship with Jocelyn. I like her, and then I don't. I like her, and I don't. I'm hoping the show doesn't go anywhere. I want a season 4.
Love me some Jocelyn. Show ain't going nowhere. Yes, exactly. Like, they need Jocelyn. I think she even said something like, the world will end without Jocelyn's Cabaret or
She
something.
did say that.
I agree. We need Jocelyn.
I want a season 4 and 5. I definitely want to keep going.
Definitely need to see Ms. Wet Wet on season 4, for sure.
Yeah, there's so many girls season 2 that just got dubbed like with Chanel, Wet Wet. Like they've no reason why they had 3 different performances. They could have split the girls up, like, and everyone have their chance to shine. They made it by getting casted above all the people auditioning. So to have, well, it started with 12 girls and then down to 10, then down to 9. They had those 9 girls for like 8 episodes and just so the last episode with Capri, Raven, and Diamond added them on. It was just ridiculous that they already made it by being casted. I shouldn't think they definitely should have to compete and I guess earn a spot to win the season, but not compete to perform Jocelyn Cap. They could have definitely made it to where they all could have performed separately, like between the three parts, split them up. At least have the four main girls, and then have a different two, a different two, a different two.
You
And
said Chanel never performed at all,
no, never.
and
She
I guess
never
the
performed.
Wet didn't either, right?
No,
So them two are the only ones the whole season that never performed.
no. Henny did not.
Oh, Henny didn't either.
No, and
I'm
Gaia,
good on Henny. Well, she left, so
yeah, but yeah, Amber got two. Uh,
you're
so
right. A lot of
there's four,
yeah.
but that's a shame. Like that, looking back on it, and years to go down, and then to watch the show again and see yourself on it, and you be one of the four girls that never got to perform, but you were there. But they're doing what? Like, what were we like? I don't know. To me, it was always obvious who was going to make it and who wasn't from the first episode with the music video shoot with Lexi and Jordan, Riri, and Lollipop. There was four from the beginning were in the video,
True,
and
true.
they were the four girls to perform each all three times. And I definitely think one of those four was the winner. I think it was Lollipop or Riri, in my opinion.
I think they. So, are you sure they didn't air the winner, or did they really just not pick it?
No, they didn't air it. They picked one for sure. Chanel confirmed that. She said the
So,
winner didn't get any prize money. She just got the title of the winner of season 3.
I see. I see.
And then even Joseline last week, after they picked, no, it was 2 weeks ago, after they picked Capri and Raven, she said, y'all still got your chance to one more time for the third show, but I still have to pick one of you as the winner. There's still one of you that's going to be the winner.
I don't know. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm actually. I don't know. Yeah, Zeus definitely has me addicted right now.
Yeah, same. I've been addicted, but I'm even more so now. But I've always been like,
Now,
yeah,
I mean, now before it was like, all right, I'll buy Zeus for like 3 months out of the year every time Baddies comes on. But now I like a lot.
that was my original thing. Yeah, I got into it just for baddies. And I started watching other shows just because I had it, and that's when I got into One More Chance. And I still haven't even watched the first season of Joseline's Cabaret. But season 2, Joseline's Cabaret really got me on. And then the
First
conversations.
season was it was dumb.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna watch it. And even the conversations. And what was the earlier shows? It was I forgot what it was. It was a love show, but it was like kind of like fake. But I watched. It was entertaining.
TT Love Me.
Yes,
That
TCD Love Me.
show was horrible.
It was awesome.
I couldn't get into it.
I watched it. Funny.
All right, but yeah, so that's really all we have, right? What else? What else do we not talk about yet?
I think we almost knocked everything this week. Went all through in detail of everything in Bad Boys, and with the finale, it was okay. It was good. Like I liked seeing Jocelyn her element. I like seeing her perform. I've kind of got Nikki vibes tonight when she was on stage and singing, kind of like rapping a little bit. It was, I don't know. It is different to see her like performing in that element as compared to just like in the house, and then the way she is on the reunion compared to how she is on stage, like doing what she likes to do. You know, this finale didn't seem like a finale at all. they just wrapped. I don't know what it was, but every show on Zeus and last season with Joss Cabaret, like they end it with girls going out on a final note, everyone kind of saying one last thing, even in the confessional, and then them kind of like leaving. But they ended it with them at the back in the room at the cabaret, and that's it. Like it just didn't seem like a finale to me.
I don't know. I wonder if they cut some stuff out because they were
I
trying to
definitely think so.
get faster.
Like even with Amber, Henny, Chanel, and they just kind of like disappeared after they didn't get picked 2 weeks ago. I didn't see them at all after that. It was just like, what happened?
All right. Well,
You know,
even though there's no Jocelyn's Cabaret next week, we will definitely be back to talk about the new episode of Bad Boys.
100%.
I really hope Jonathan is at least in the next time on.
Yeah,
I want to see some more sneak peeks of Jonathan because they released that video of him like hitting Rio with a chair or whatever, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder why did he decide to post that? I thought he was gonna start being on the show, so he started putting his extra little videos promoting his time on the show. I don't know. That's all I'm looking forward to is when he's coming on the show. I feel like he's gonna change the whole dynamic up.
I'm just looking forward to the next episode, period, because it's out of this damn first night.
Yeah,
and they actually have conversations. They have one-on-one conversations. They go out to the club. They're like back in the bus together, and they're just like, the season's like starting now. So I'm really excited for next week's episode.
All right. Well, tell everyone where they can find you, even though I'm sure they all know.
Yeah, you can find right on the name. You can find me on Instagram at CharlieGreen_Bellaforte.
Yep.
And also on Twitter, same handle.
I don't get on my Twitter. Well, actually, I don't know. I use IG and Twitter for different things. But yeah, you can find me. I always get this wrong. The Gino Bino on all platforms. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell as always. And yeah, we'll be here back next week. Tell them what time.
9 o'clock, 9:15. But
yeah,
we'll see. I think next week's episode they'll probably air it at 8, like they are supposed to. So probably 9:30.
All right, yeah, 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30.
All right, we'll see you guys. Make sure you call in next time too. I saw some people in the chat. Well, that one dude in the chat. I saw some people coming in and out. Make sure you call in next time. We need people. We need other outside opinions because maybe we don't know what we're talking about. All right.
Exactly. So.
All right. See you.
Yeah. Take care.